and on YouTube. Excuse me, I'm gonna do the Instagram live on my phone.
Okay.
But if you guys have your phones and you want to do Instagram live as well, you can do that. Another thing that helps is when you join on Instagram, then I can invite you so that people on Instagram can see you as well. Because otherwise, people on Instagram will not see you; they will only see me, which doesn't give them a full representation of what's happening. So you
But that,
both on Instagram, right?
yes, but would that how does that affect the audio? Does it affect the audio?
You would have to mute one,
Okay.
or use headphone for one. Which is a good reminder because I need to do the same thing. I don't always remember, but I have it right here.
I think I don't have headphones. I might need to mute mine.
So
Okay, I
just
need to go and get mine.
okay.
Let me go and look for it.
So just so you know, people have all kinds of questions for you guys. When I started sharing this on social media, the biggest issue has been people wondering how safe it is to go into agriculture right now with the atmosphere in Nigeria. So that's the biggest issue that people have right now.
Improve
So,
the air quality in your home today.
so please be prepared for that because people that are interested in agriculture, they also wonder how safe it is. So that would be one of the questions. I'm really excited to have you guys on today because I think this is something that a lot of people don't know. And of course, that would be my first question. Why? Oh, I hear somebody.
No, no, from
Sorry,
my
sorry
Hi,
for the.
hi guys. People are saying hi to you guys. They're saying
hi guys.
hello.
Hi.
Good morning. Hi from Cote d'Ivoire. Okay, from Port Harcourt, from Dallas. Oh, I love this. We have a wide variety of audience. So that makes me happy. Mr. Babatunde, just so you know, your camera should tilt down a bit because so you can come up high like the rest of us. Wonderful, wonderful. So yeah, for my Instagram people, we're live. So please let me know once you're live on Instagram so that I can
Yes,
invite you on Instagram as well. Hello, Instagram. Good morning. It's your girl. So good to see your faces. Thank you. You too. So I'm gonna be using the headphone for Instagram so that it won't echo in.
for the Instagram, do we go live for those of us that are not very good at those things? So do I go live on Instagram?
Yes, go live on Instagram. Um, I'm on Instagram right now. Are you on Instagram on your personal page or the Laniran Farm page?
On my personal page.
Okay.
Um. Okay.
Just so that I'm sure. Mr. Laniran, your personal page is the one. Oh, you're not live yet. I need to wait for you to be live. Hi, guys. This person is calling in from Ondo, from Malaysia.
I'm live
Okay,
now.
wonderful. Okay, so you're live. Still trying to. I think it takes a minute to
Okay,
find.
we'll just go.
So, uh, okay, Mr. Ali, are you live on Instagram?
I think you sent me a request, right? Or I don't know.
Oh, you
Live.
sent me a request. I've accepted you.
Okay.
Send me a request on Instagram, right?
Yes, 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 I did.
So I accepted you. I'm not sure what. Okay, I see you. Now we're looking for Mr.
Okay.
Laniran. Mr. Laniro, did you send me a request on Instagram?
Yes, I did.
You did?
Okay. Um, maybe I did not.
Let
How
me
do I?
try and find you. Uncle Tunde, you are getting old.
I,
You know.
I don't even know. I'm not sure how to send the request.
I really just took a wild guess.
I'm
I
not
didn't know how to
finding you.
use it.
What that you're alive, right? This is this is what happens when you are a big somebody.
no, no. I'm sure when I learn it now, I'll learn
Oh,
it.
I only have Mr. Aliyu. Oh, this person is joining us from Belgium. That's nice. Okay, I want to give it a minute and see if I'll find you. Your
Uh,
personal Instagram page, though, just so that I'm
Yeah,
sure.
Babatunde Olaniro
Oh,
underscore.
Babatunde is what I'm looking for.
Yeah, Babatunde Olaniro with an underscore.
Okay, so the underscore is after Babatunde She.
After the Olaniro.
Okay, Mr. Aliyu, let's teach Mr. Babatunde. Wow, this is you. I had to comment on this photo that I'm seeing. It's a very I've sent you request. Interesting photo. You look good. You just
Thank
look different. Awesome.
you.
Thank you so much, everybody that has joined us today. Today I have amazing guests with me, uh, joining me to talk about agriculture in Nigeria, investing in farming in Nigeria, how to safely and successfully invest in farming in Nigeria, especially with everything that is happening right now. Mr. Lanina, did you see my invite
Not yet.
on Instagram? Okay, let's try one more time.
ah, Mr. Babatunde is still not on the
I've sent you an invite.
Instagram. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, we need to teach him how to the Instagram live. So, but people have joined us from different parts of the world, and I really want us to get started. Please look out for that my Instagram
Okay.
invitation and accept it so that you can join us. Because right now I have Mr. Ali on Instagram.
Quickly, do I
So,
need to end my live video? Do I need to end my own live video to see the request?
oh wait, are you using your phone for both?
No, no, just for the Instagram, the phone for the Instagram.
Um, don't use the phone for this one. Use the phone for Instagram, and you don't need to. Oh, maybe you need to end your live show
Okay.
to join. I think so on Instagram. So I want us to get started. Thank you so much, everybody that has joined us. I know it's Saturday evening in many parts of the world. You guys have weddings and parties to attend to, but thank you for making the time to join us today. I think this would be mutually beneficial for every one of us. If you are joining me on YouTube, please, please, please click the thumbs up button. I just sent you another request, so you should be able to accept. So
Okay.
if you're joining me on YouTube, please click the thumbs up button. It's echoing, so you need to use headphone for one.
Yeah, is it better now?
Yes, but we're not seeing you well on Instagram. So sorry,
Okay.
viewers. By the way, we should have done all this before we went live. So we just wanted to make sure that our Instagram people are able to see everybody that is on the show today. So if you're joining us today on YouTube, please please click the thumbs up button so that YouTube can recommend this video for more people. And like I said when I posted about this online, as well as when I talked about it on the show, I'm hoping that you guys will join us with questions. Even if you're not ready to go into investments via agriculture, at least know about it. There are so many investment opportunities. There's real estate, there's buying stocks and stuff, but you can also invest into agriculture. And that's why we have our amazing guests on today. I've talked about both of them several times on the show. I always call them my uncles, Uncle Tunde Laniran, Uncle Aliyu Dangote. Dangote! Dangote. Some people came on this show just to know whether it is Mr. Dangote Dangote that is coming. You're also Mr. Dangote, but hey. We're happy to have you on the show. And without further ado, I'm gonna start letting people in like 5-10 minutes so that we can just get right into the Q&A. Oh, someone is watching from Nairobi. Oshe, like I said when I posted it, I said that you don't have to be a Nigerian to benefit from this. People can still invest even though they are not Nigerians, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So we should get into that as well. But first and foremost, I would like to know how both of you got into this. Considering the fact that you both studied at what's the name of your college in Nigeria where you studied? The College of Technology.
Bells University of Technology.
Bells University of Technology, and then both of you went abroad for your master's program. But then at some point you decided to go into agriculture. I'm just wondering, is there something that a lot of us young people are not seeing in terms of agriculture when it comes to the prospect? Because there must be a lot of money in agriculture. Look at both of you today, you are very successful. We are very, very proud of you. So what is it that a lot of us young people don't think about when it comes to agriculture? Is there like a stereotype when it comes to agriculture that we need to break and overcome? Please talk to us about how both of you got into this.
Okay. Ali, you want to go?
You muted yourself, Mr. Aliyu.
Muted because I think a lot of the viewers kept saying about it, kept echoing and all.
Is it still echoing on Instagram? Please, Instagram people, say something.
Is
Because
it?
I'm using my headphone for Instagram. Okay, looks like it's good. Please go ahead. So, how did you get into this?
Yes. So,
Babatunde, I think you should take this one.
so thank you so much, Adela, once again for having us. It's a great privilege to be here to share our stories and um, tell more about our business. To answer the question, getting into agriculture, I think for us is something that we strongly believe is a very unique way to help Nigeria as a whole. And agriculture, in my own view, I think a lot of people have some misconceptions about agriculture being maybe something for the poor and something that is not exactly going to. Oh, I have the volume turned down. Uh, uh, I, yeah, only if I can. Maybe I'll close the Instagram live. Let me see. Okay. Uh, Maybe I end the live on Instagram. Uh, yeah, because I turned the volume down on Instagram. Okay. Okay, so volume of computers turned down. How about now?
I think it's better. You turn down your computer's volume, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
it's better.
Sorry, guys. All right, please go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, so I think a number of people have a misconception about agriculture generally as maybe something for the poor, but I think most importantly, most importantly, it's the type of business model that you employ in these types of industries that matters a lot, and more so persistence. Agriculture requires a different level of discipline if you're going to succeed in it. And people need to also realize that the reality is nothing is going to come easy. So, but for us, I think cassava specifically, because a lot of people would say, "Oh, why cassava? Why cassava?" I think we were able to detect earlier that cassava is a very unique crop. It's a crop that you can get so many byproducts from, not just gari, starch, ethanol, methanol, flour, methane gas. It's endless. I call it crop of gold. So yeah, so I think a lot of people don't know those types of things, and this is the reason why we decided to get in and see how we can make the best out of the value chain currently. Yeah, so that's about it. Ali, I don't know if you have something to add.
Yeah, just something small. Well, for cassava business, it took a lot of patience. Every business does, I think, because like what Tunde said, it takes patience, it takes time and also persistence. Because for business, I won't say it's perfect. You will start and you will fail at some point, or you will have some difficulties. You keep pushing on, and I know a lot of people give up before they reach the perfection point. But when you keep pushing and when you keep trying, you end up perfecting whatever you're trying to achieve. And then from there it's just replication. It's replication and expansion, and that's how you get it. So I think that should add to what Babatunde has said.
Thank you so much. You just said agriculture is not a business for the poor people. Is that what you said? Like, it's not a business for the poor. Like, people think it's a poor person's business. But from what you're saying, you discovered gold, especially in cassava. I'm
That's
like,
correct.
I never thought of agriculture like that. Even though I'm a daughter of a farmer, my no, my dad was really into farming. He was a pastor, but we grew everything that we ate. So it was wonderful not having to buy food stuff. So, but what you just said just now is like it's true, especially when you go to school. You're well studied, well traveled. You don't. A lot of people, let me say, don't think of agriculture as gold, but you guys said that you saw it as gold. And someone had asked, why don't I just share the YouTube link on all platforms? I wanted to do that, but some people just like to watch on their phone on Instagram. So I really apologize for all the mix up that we've been having. It's because some people will not want to leave Instagram. If you say to our Instagram people, leave Instagram, go and watch on YouTube, they'll be like, nah, I'm going to do other things now. So that's why we're doing this. But thank you so much for talking about how you both got into agriculture. And honestly, I think I will just open up the floor for people. I'm going to post the link now for people to join in to ask us questions. But real quick, how are you able to do this with all the challenges that we have right now in Nigeria? For example, the herdsmen crisis, they've been invading so many farms. What makes you guys stand out? How are you guys able to navigate this successfully? And my last question is, you've been promising that when people invest in your farms, you're promising them like 30% return on their investment, stuff like that. How can you be so sure? How can you guarantee this? So if you're watching us, I'm about to post the link for you to join us so that you can ask them your questions live and direct. I'm about to post that in the comment section. Please and please click on that link. I just posted it. And if you're watching us on Instagram and you want to join to ask this man questions, the link is in my Instagram bio. The bio on in my Instagram has the link. Mr. Aliyu, I see that you were dropped on Instagram, so I'm adding you again on Instagram so that you can get back on Instagram so that people can hear you on Instagram when you talk.
On Instagram,
Um,
right?
So I
Do
just
I need
sent you
to?
another invite on Instagram, so you can join us back on Instagram. We already have one person that is ready to ask you questions. But real quick, how have you been faring with the whole herdsman crisis in Nigeria, and how are you able to guarantee 30% return on investment?
Okay, so for the first question about the headsmen and how we navigate, not just headsmen issue. There's multiple different types of issues that come up, especially when you have multiple and large expanse of land, which it's not exactly like there's one person that is you can see everything at the same time at once. Luckily for us, the issue of headsmen, we've not had any issues with headsmen, at least on our farms. And most importantly, we make sure that we have our own security operatives that we work with. We also try as much as possible to keep the right contacts with security operatives like the police and all that within the region where we operate too. Aside from those types of challenges, which um, most farmers, not just us, encounter. For us, we also tend not to push the blames and things that might challenge us. We tend not to push it out. We kind of like, internalize it, and we try to develop some sort of risk management techniques in order to tackle. So it's kind of like we plan for the problems even before they come, and kind of like put some mitigation ways around that. So that's there's all other issues that we can continue to talk about, but specifically when it comes to security and headsmen issue, we've not had any major challenges with that. The second question about the
Before you go to the
okay.
second question, you did say luckily we've not had any issues. So is it that you guys have been lucky or you have been proactive when it comes to this issue?
I would say both. Luck, I think, only comes to those who are proactive. Anyways, you can only increase your chances of luck by doing the right thing, I believe. So yeah, that's why I included luck. But I think it's more of being proactive. And again, we just to add to what I said earlier, because most of all this farmland, there's villages and communities in these areas. It's also very good to build a proper relationship with the people in the
The
area.
people of the community.
Yeah, a lot of people just want to go there, because people have different perspectives, different views. Some people think, oh, you're just coming there to come and take over. But with the right understanding, keeping them engaged, communicating properly, most importantly, communicating in the local language. I think it has worked well for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Ali.
Are you,
Mr. Ali, are you there?
uh,
I think I'm on the others. I'm
there's some
I
little
don't
network
think that
Instagram,
you
issues.
can
right?
hear. Mr. Ali. Mr. Aliyu,
So I tried joining, but I don't
are
know
you
what's
with
going.
us?
Maybe it's the network
My
a
father.
little.
Okay, I think you need to answer the second question as well. Meanwhile, I just want the people that are already in to know that they're in. Some of them didn't know that they were in, so they went out and now they can't get back in. Vincent, Broderick, you are in. Dr. Awa, you are in. Eze Daniel, you are in. Elarowa Alafia Tayo. Alafia Tayo. You are in. Emeka, you are in. So also Tola Olokungbemi, you are in, and then Francis, you are in. I just want you to know you're in, and then I will let you in. So do you mind answering the second question while we're trying to get Mr. Aliyu? Are you here?
Yes.
Okay.
So, as regards the return, that's the 31% return on investment that we promise. So,
Yes.
I'm going to break down the response into two parts. The first part is I'm going to talk about the return, what it actually means, and then
Okay.
I'll talk about why it's possible, and because there's so much that we hear everywhere. So, the first part of it, um, some people might think that, oh, maybe if it's a return on maybe the farmland that they buy. Ideally, what we tell people to do is people buy farmland from us, and then we manage that farmland. So they earn that return on the cost of cultivation that they pay for towards the cultivation of their land. So, that is it's different when you're saying, oh, you can come and buy a land from me or from somewhere else, and then after 1 year I'm going to pay you 30% on on how much you pay for your land. It's not exactly like that. We are telling people to buy the land as an appreciating asset, but while they are waiting for their asset to appreciate, they can also earn money by cultivating on that land, which they pay towards. And then on our own part, we manage that and then pay them a return on that amount of money that they paid for cultivation. In this case, just to put figures to it, an acre of land cultivating cassava, you cultivate with 211,500. So if you're getting a 31% return on that, at the end of the year, you're probably getting maybe 281,000 naira thereabout. So that's like maybe 70 something thousand naira on it. So the second part of the question, which is the interesting part, is that people always say, "Oh, why that 31% is not feasible? It's not this, it's not that." And my response for those type of people is that I think first of all, a lot of you have to look at the industry. You know, the first question I usually ask is if people don't make 31, if people cannot make 31%, 35%, 40%, then how do people get rich in the first place? That's the first question I ask. If they can't make that on their business, then there's no point. So I think it depends on the industry. Um, I think a lot of other people who are into agriculture, even those that don't even process, just direct farmers, they will be able to tell that it is more than 100% possible to get more than 30% return. It's not just me. This is standard. That's the way agriculture has been. I think expertise also goes a long way. You need to know what you're doing. The business model or whatever it is that you're employing also matters in this type of in this type of scenario. And then I think just to go a little bit deeper into that, because I noticed that those that say those type of things, because I do have an idea of some of these financial, the markets. People would say, oh, the Standard and Poor's S&P 500. Oh, you can only make 8%, 10% interest from S&P 500. If you buy government bonds, you can only make I don't know. I think Nigeria's government bond now maybe 4%, 5%. So people use that as a benchmark for the type of interest that you can get on an investment. But those are risk-free investments. They're not investment that people consider have a lot of risk. So there's so many types of. We're not telling people that the investment is not risky. We're not telling people that yeah, there's 100% guarantee. What we guarantee people is that your cost of cultivation, which is the money you put in, we guarantee that whatever happens, you're going to get the money that you put in back, because we also have so many mitigating factors that we've put in place to guarantee that. But saying a return of 31% is not possible, I think, for lack of use of words, it's people that don't exactly know what they're talking about.
So I have a feeling that we'll come back to this 30%. I'm seeing comments like 30% return. People, please shine your eyes. I don't know if this person is saying it's not possible, it's not real. I have a feeling we'll still come back to that. But I think we should start letting people in to ask their questions. So we'll still come back to that. The first person that I have, his name is Vincent Broderick. Mr. Vincent, you are live with us. Please turn on your video camera so we can hear you. And thank you very much. Please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, I was just asking, when it comes to the investments.
And tell us where you're calling from.
Okay, I'm calling from Ireland here, Dublin.
From where?
Ireland, Dublin.
Sorry, say that one more time.
Dublin, in Ireland.
Dublin. Okay, awesome.
I was just asking, how do one invest in this farm? Can you hear me? How do I invest in this farm or in this business?
Okay, if anybody is interested in investing in your farm, Well, what do they need to do? How can they invest in your fund? That's the question I keep asking.
Okay, so if someone is going to invest
Yeah.
with us, so they can invest in two ways. The first way is, like I explained earlier, buying farmland, and then keeping your farmland as an appreciating asset while we manage the farmland. In that particular case, you just pay the cost towards your land, the documentation, the agreement fee, the survey documents. The survey, will show the exact coordinates of your parcel of land, and you pay towards the cultivation of that land, which is more like the investment side of, you're investing into planting and all that. And then at the end of the cycle, which is 12 months, the reason why that is so is because cassava as a crop takes between 9 to 12 months to be ready for harvest. So at the end of that, you get the return on that investment. The other way is we have a cassava investment package where we have slots available, 1 million naira for each slot. That's we give 11% return at the end of the cycle, and that money goes into our general planting and all the other things that go into our own cultivation ourselves. So those are the two ways that you can invest with us.
Okay. Thank you very much.
And I think that also answers Oluwa Benison's question. What if I don't want the land? I just want to invest in the crop. So if someone is not interested in investing in the land, they just want to invest in cassava as crop, it's possible, right?
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
Okay. Do you have any other questions, Vincent, or that's it?
No, that'll be all for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Vincent. So while
Thank
we're
you.
trying to take someone else as well, I just want you to know that a lot of the comments in the comment section, I don't know if you guys, first of all, Mr. Aliyu, are you here? Because we've missed you. Aliyu. Mr. Aliyu, can you hear me? Mr. Aliyu is not hearing us.
Can hear you.
On your phone
I,
for him to
I'm
know
here.
that
Yes,
we're hearing him.
I am here, but I tried joining.
Anyway,
Yeah, I can hear.
a lot of people in the comment section, I don't know if you guys are seeing the comment section, they are saying that you guys must be scammers. It's not possible to guarantee 30%. It's 30% per month, 30% per year, which is why I said I will still come back to that. Just so people know, by the way, I don't just bring people on the show. I try to do my homework before I bring people. But having said that, I'm not trying to vouch for them. And that's why I have them on the show, for them to speak for themselves, for you to ask them candid questions, so that in case you're interested in investing with them, so you can hear from the horse's mouth before you even put down your money for anything. So I don't know if you have Mr. Aliyu back, but I'm going to let in the next person that we have that wants to ask question, and that is Dr. Awa. Dr. Awa, please tell us where you're joining from and what your question is. You're muted, Dr. Awa.
Hi, Adila. I guess you're getting me now. This is Dr. Awa. I'm calling from Kentucky. Thank you so much for this privilege, and thanks to the guys out there. I have two questions for them. The first question is, I wanted to find out, because I'm a Cameroonian from origin, and my wife is a Nigerian. Okay, so let's say we wanted to invest in what you guys are doing. Are you going to encourage me to invest using my wife, or as a Cameroonian, I could just invest directly? That's the first question. And then I don't know if that question is clear.
Yes, it is.
Okay. And then the next question I wanted to find out is, I really love visionaries like yourself and what you guys are doing. Now, will you guys be willing and open to, should I say, train or share knowledge about what you're doing for a fee for somebody in a different location or a different country? If I have to make it really plain, I have access to very, very, very large farmland in Cameroon. And what you guys are doing something that I would like to replicate in my home country. Now, not for free, for a fee. Will you guys be interested in, sharing or teaching your model and sharing with us what you guys do and how things are being done so that the success can be replicated in another country? I hope that's also very clear.
Yes, it is. It is. Okay. So
Mr. Aliyu, are you back? Wave at
Yes,
me.
I'm back. I don't know if you can hear me.
that's
I also tried sending an Instagram request.
Yeah, please go ahead and answer.
okay. So
Can you
for the
hear
first
me?
question, sorry, I think Ali is trying to. For some reason, we can't hear him.
It's back.
Yeah. So
Did he hear the question? So he can also talk.
You want me to repeat the question, or
I'm not sure he did.
she's good?
Please go ahead.
Yeah, I think. Anyways, so just to the first question about if you can invest as a Cameroonian. Yes, you can invest as a Cameroonian because Nigeria doesn't have any laws that says a foreigner cannot own a land. I think Lagos State has some ways that they go around that. I think we can hear some echo. Yeah. Okay. So like I was saying earlier, yes, you can invest as a Cameroonian. There's no problem. If you wish to invest through your wife too, it's also fine. The second part of the question which you asked is a very interesting one. We believe in sharing knowledge. There's no harm in doing that. As a matter of fact, we have a sort of it's like a growing side of our business. Some sort of consultancy. Myself and Ali, we are project managers by profession. I'm a certified project manager with my PMP and all that stuff. So I have very vast knowledge in that area. And yes, we can. I think you can, shoot an email. We can have further discussions on that. My personal email is b. That's Babatunde B. Olaniran at
Sorry, let me write that down.
build.com. That's the parent company of our farm, which is
Sorry.
BILIL. That's b.olaniran at B for ball, I for Israel, I for Israel, L for lamb, group.com. So b.olaniran at buildgroup.com. So you can send us an email and we can. Sorry, did you say something?
Sorry, I didn't get
it. We can leave that in the comment section, right?
Perfect. Perfect.
I'm putting it right now. I can hear Mr. Aliyu. What? So it's b.olaniran at BIIL group.com.
That's correct. Yes.
Awesome. So I've put his email, and you're on Instagram as well. What? I've put his email in the comment section. I really like that question. If somebody wants to replicate what you guys are doing in Cameroon, how can they do it? If they have a huge land that they want to commercialize, how can they do it? So that's wonderful. Is that all your questions, Dr. Awar? Because we have more people that want to ask questions.
Okay, I know.
You have become a regular on this show. I didn't know you're from Cameroon, by the way.
I am. Please, we are still waiting for your visit in Kentucky. Don't forget. The girls are so excited to meet.
I'm coming.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, at work. We'll let you go back.
All right.
Bye. Send them an email.
Bye-bye. Okay.
Also, I'm going to read this question. Mr. Aliyu, please answer this because we've missed you on the show. This is from Benga Voba, and he said, I noticed you guys have been talking a lot about cassava mostly. Would you consider mixed cropping on one's farmland if one already has another cropping planted on the farm? So are you only dealing with cassava? Would you consider mixed cropping?
Well, for some of cassava is a crop that I think you can mix plant with maize. So I don't know if the person is interested in getting a land or he wants to mix crop on his land, but I think there are crops that he can mix plant with cassava. I know of maize. I don't know of any other crop. Probably there might be some, but we have in the past tried mixing maize with it, and I think it works. But I don't know if Babatunde knows of any crop currently
So
aside
just so
maize
people
that you
know,
can
you
also.
guys' specialty is cassava, right? And I think this person is
Yes.
asking that if he invests with you and he wants to, if he invests with you, it will only be cassava, right? Just to be clear.
Yes, that's
Y-
correct.
Yes, for now, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Just so I'm sorry, Adela, to add quickly to what Aliu said. In for mixed cropping, for instance, because ideally what people do is when you plant cassava, we usually leave a spacing of around 9 millimeters in between each stem planted. So what people usually do is they plant maize in between those stems because it takes 3 months for maize to grow. So
Yes.
you can harvest your maize maybe twice before you finally harvest your cassava. But we'd also notice that if you're going to think of mixed cropping, it's better you go the route of, if you have an acre of land, for instance, and you want to mix crop, and this is just for general information, it doesn't necessarily have to be someone who wants to do that with us. It's best for you to divide your land. So, plant on 3 plots cassava and plant 3 plots maize, because by the time when you mix crops together too, the crops are sharing nutrients, and you want to avoid those types of things. Those things cause delays, can bring in some pests and all that. So it's usually better to do it, maybe side by side rather than in between the plantation itself.
Okay. The next question is from Abdul Lawson, and he says, "What if I'm not investing and I just want to buy the land? Is that possible?" Once again, if you're watching us on YouTube, please click the thumbs up button so that YouTube can notify other people and recommend this video for them. Thank you so much in advance. So if someone is not interested in investing, they just want to buy the land, is that possible? But that's also investment, right?
Yeah. Yes, it's okay. Well, Ali was going to go for that. Yes, it's possible. You can just buy land. You don't have to, we don't have to manage the farmland for you. We have some people who have done that in the past. You just buy the farmland. Maybe they want to use it for other things. Maybe they have their own plans, or they just want to buy it and keep it. So yes, that's very, very possible.
Okay, so the next person that I'm letting in is Emeka. Emeka, please turn on your video camera so we can see you and tell us where you're calling from and what your question is. And while he's doing that, some people are asking that you put numbers to the general picture that you've painted. Please go on their website. Let me put your website on so that people would, because all these things you've actually you've broken it all down on your website, right? So
That's
that
correct.
people can see the numbers. Am I right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
So, Mr. Emeka, please go ahead with your question while I put
Hello,
there.
Adela. Good evening. Good evening, Babatunde. Good evening, you. I'm calling from Liverpool. Adela, I'm so happy to be on your. Can you hear me?
yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay. I'm so happy to be on your program today. I actually earned a top fan badge as one of your most engaged followers today. So it's quite nice to be here. Okay.
Me too. Thank you.
So, guys, I have a question. First, where is the land? One. Two, in any case of a natural disaster, by that I mean maybe erosions or something, and then presently in Nigeria, cases of the cattle herdsmen stuff. I know land will not move, but if you've planted your cassava and you have cattle moving around and destroying crops, and someone has invested some money into this, so what happens? Like, is there any backup plan for the investor, in terms of that? And in real terms, can you just tell me, for example, I just want to do this, how much do I have to put? And then the 30% interest that comes up on it, do I have a choice to make it continuous, like not just breaking it after 1 year, but, like continuing? Is there any limit that I can have that plan for? Do you
just asked
understand?
3 questions.
Yeah,
Where you are
sorry.
located.
Yeah, as a top batch fan.
Security issues. And we're back to that 8%. Mr. Emeka, you didn't watch from the beginning because they have answered some of these questions, but I'll let them have the floor. Who would like to answer this?
Yeah, let me
Yeah.
go for that again.
Okay. You can go ahead.
Yeah, let me go for that again. So one second. Uh, okay, it's not echoing. So for the question of where the land is, we have currently three locations. We have land in Ikire in Osun State. We have land in Igono area in Oyo State. We also have land in Oyedeji area, which is on Ibadan Iwo Road. Also, this is also Oyo State. The second question about the disaster and a backup plan. We do have insurance for our planting. We have insurance against pests.
They have insurance, so I hope people are. I tell you, I don't just bring you people that are not. They have insurance. Your land is insured.
Yeah, we have insurance against
Yes.
specifically against pests and things like headsmen and headers and things like that. Aside from that, like I said earlier, we as a company, because like we said, Tunde Laniran Farms is just a part of an entity, and I think when if we decide to talk more about our other businesses, I think Aliu would also be able to shed some more light on what we are doing. Maybe some people can understand the capacity that we have, right, when we talk about those other things. So we also have mitigating plans when it comes to an investor who has put in their money. Like I said, we guarantee the cost of cultivation. What we can't guarantee, because we are not, we are not the sun, we are not the rain, we are not, we are not the season. Anything can happen. We can't guarantee that, oh, the return is going to be,
Definitely.
yeah, but we're saying that you can get this return, all things being equal. But the cost of cultivation will not be lost. That is for sure. And we've done business with quite a number of people, and I think we have a very, very outstanding records with that. Um, the other question about I think is the continuity. If you invest for 1 year, so what we do is for the farm management as a service that we provide, we usually share a contract, which is a 1 year contract, and the reason why we keep it at 1 year is because we also understand that, because as much as we want to protect ourselves, we also want to protect the investor or whoever is coming in. So you might decide after 1 year now that you want to do something else with your land or whatever the case may be. On our part too, as a company, you can say, okay, maybe after 1 year, I want to, postpone, the farm management service for a little bit or whatever the case may be. So after the year, there's a likelihood of extension. We would share that information to all our investors or people who are enrolled in our service. And yes, there will definitely be continuity, but I don't want to sound too certain. But what we guarantee is every year you agree with us, we enroll in the program, and then we manage the farmland for you.
Or something happened. You started echoing again. And real quick, before you leave that question, can you please answer? Beast Center is saying that is Nigeria insurance valid. Before you answer the third question.
Uh, I'm not sure what when it says,
So we just told them that your lands are insured, which
yeah,
is
we can
supposed to
say,
give people peace of mind. But he's saying, is that a reliable in Nigeria? I just want you to answer him because I know some people also have that same question.
yeah, it is. I think a lot of people, we all understand that Nigeria, there's so much that is not going on right. There's so much that is not going well in Nigeria. Like, these are things that everybody knows. But the reality is that, at least the way we see it, and I think I'm speaking for Aliu too, there's no point fighting what is already bad. We can only try to make it better. And I think there's a lot of companies, insurance companies, that are doing good things. I think there's a lot of business people that are doing very good things too. So yes,
There are so many
there,
insurance companies in Nigeria, and
yes,
that are doing well. I mean, you don't have to invest if you're not convinced, but for those who are interested, at least they need to know that their lands are insured. So, and then he also asked the question about price tag and so on. So, Mr. Ali, you say something.
Yes. So for the price tag, I think everything is listed on the website. So when he can access all the lands and view their price tag and their location, and some people prefer locations closer to where probably maybe they have a town there, or I don't know, so that they can send somebody to view it. So I would advise that he visits the website, and he will choose the land he feels he wants closer, or in the location he wants. And also he can choose, I think different lands vary with the prices based on location, so he can choose the one he wants on the website. I think we'll also share the website after the phone.
Lovely. I think that would be great.
Yeah,
Like sharing the
I shared
website
it
would be
as
great.
well. And just for
Okay.
people to know, your prices, your price start from as little as what? Even though it's on the website. Like I'm on the website right now. I
Yeah.
see I see $364 per plot. I
Per
see
plot,
two
yes.
thousand dollars per plot. I see $2,500 per plot. I see $558 per plot. I think it depends on the location where you are buying. So I see 3,006 per plot. I see 4,000 per acre. I mean per acre, not per plot right now.
Yes, per
I'm
acre.
just saying, please go on their website. If you have $300, I mean, if you have $400, because there will still be processing fee. I'm right, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Not
that's
just the flat rate for the for the land, and they will tell you how much is processing fee and everything before you even sign anything. If you have five hundred
Okay.
dollars, you can own a plot of land in this company, right?
Of course.
And
correct.
make return on your investment. And if you have $6,000, you can buy maybe 2 acres of uh like the one in a Iwo boundary in Lagelu in Oyo State, for example. I'm just looking on the website. So the prices vary. You just need to go on their website and take a look at which one you think. For people that are doubting, for example, you can start small, $500. You know, they're not trying to scam you. I have a comment on the screen now from Adebayo Quadri, and he said, I bought Ikire own, and it's doing very fine for now. So this is someone that has patronized them. If you've actually patronized them, by the way, come on the show, put something in the comment section. Let's hear from people that have patronized them, because I'm always encouraging people sharing their experience, because we learn from other people's experience. And also tell us about the customer service as well. That's also a huge thing, especially for those of us that don't live in Nigeria. Customer service has to always be on point. So if you've patronized them, put in your experience in the comment section. If not, put in your questions and then we would ask. So, Mr. Emeka, did they answer all your questions?
Yes, they did. Just one last quick one. So I base in Liverpool, and how do I get the dodo? You know that your dodo. I think
Dodo
Adela advertised it exactly. So the
Ekire!
period. So how do I get it? Like, how do I get it here?
Um, well, interesting question. We will very soon, we will be making the dodo available in the UK.
Yes.
Uh,
Okay.
we'll be exploring Amazon and also exploring
Wow.
retail outlets there
Mm.
very soon. But now you can, we can still ship it directly to you. You can, you can buy from our website and we can send it directly to you. But very soon, it's going to be available for you in the UK. You can be guaranteed of that.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fine.
Just reach out to the company, and I'm sure there will be somebody available to pick or to answer or to attend to your request. So they will just ship it to you to whatever location you want in Liverpool, and that'll be it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Um, we focus so much on the land that we didn't even talk about the produce that people can get from Tunde Laniran farms. Please do not forget, I have advertised this before. They actually have the best gari, and I'm not making this up. I have a friend that gets stomachache whenever she takes gari, and then she tried their gari and she didn't have any stomachache. And she called me, she's like, this company that you advertise to, for the first time I can enjoy Gary without worrying about stomachache. And then they have what we call dodo ikiri. It's a snack made with very sweet plantain or sweet banana. I
Yes,
don't know.
plantain.
And you know, the plan was that today, while we're having the show, I will be munching on my dodo ikiri to just to press you guys. Unfortunately, my dodo ikiri is still in transit.
Adela, it's coming. Adela, yours is coming very, very soon.
Are you
Very,
sending
very
me one from Florida? By the way, he's in Florida. For those that that are in Florida, you can just meet this man face to face, live and direct. A lot of Gambians are in Florida. Someone just wrote that they are watching from the Gambia, and I know a lot of Gambians live in Florida. They should just meet with you physically and lock your shirts and be like, "Oh God, go today until I invest. How much can I invest?" No, but if you have some to the in Florida, you can send some to me, or
Let's
I'll
do it.
text you my address, and I can finally, if I don't eat it here on this live show, I'll go and eat it on the show, Bongo. Just to tell people, you
Yeah.
so see this is because it's really good and it's healthy. If you're looking for something delicious and healthy, you guys don't add sugar, right? If you're looking for something delicious and healthy, this is it, the doikiri, and more people need to know about this. Of course, I will make a video me eating it when it comes. So that's something else that people can patronize them for to buy. You can buy their gari, you can buy their. What makes your gari stand out, by the way, real quick?
Uh, Gary is. Ali, go ahead, please. Ali, go ahead, please.
Oh no, you can, no problem.
Okay.
Okay, I will go ahead. So basically, is the attention to detail. Here in Tunde Laniran farms in factory, we do pay a lot of attention to quality, and you can't put a price on quality, of course. You just have to do, and it's a lot of hours. It's painstaking, but at the end of the day, we give a good value for whatever we are going to get from the customers. So what we just do is we just work hard and make sure we provide the best product out there. We sit down, do what we need to do, check it over and over again, and make sure that we have the best product. But I don't know if there's anything Babatunde wants to add.
Yes. So just to add to that, I think another factor there is they took Gary and Dodo Ikire because people would ask, oh, why Gary, why Dodo Ikire, why you guys not doing something else, right? The truth is, Gary is what we know how to do it. We are doing what we know how to do. We are not just doing something because we just think, oh, we want to do it or something like that. That's one. Dodo Ikire, and I'm going to say it for the sake of the audience. It's not an information I pass around. But Dodo Ikire, the first person that made Dodo Ikire is actually from my family, ever.
Oh shit.
So again, we do things that we know how to do. It's just that's just the way it is. And I think apart from that, it's something that we consume also. If we can't consume it, then there's no point sharing it with people or sharing it with the public. So those are the things that we've stood by, and it has helped because the Gary, like Adiola said, is the best Gary in the world. I have to say that again. And yeah, and I say it. I say it anywhere, anywhere, anytime, any day. It's just the fact. So yeah.
Yeah, trust me,
Um,
we've had people comparing it, and we always, even with bigger companies, but we've always managed our own. So
Yeah.
so Mr. Mika, I hope your question was well answered, right? Mr. Mika. Okay. Someone's device is interfering with the audio. It's echoing. That's from Chetam Anya is saying that. So I'm not sure whose device is. I don't think it's from my end. Mr. Emeka, I need to let in someone else. Did they answer all your questions? I'm not sure you can still hear me. He's just staring at me. I'm not sure that you can hear me.
I think it's
All right, I'm
frozen.
going to I think it's frozen. I'm going to let in Habi. Mr. Habi, please tell us where you're joining us from and what your question is. And let me put you on the big screen. All right, Mr. Habi, please go ahead.
Hello. Yeah. Good evening, Adiola. Can you hear me?
Please go ahead.
Yeah, can you hear me? Because I don't know
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you
we
can
can hear
hear
you.
me. Okay, yeah.
Well, if you're watching the show on the background, it's echoing. Are you watching
No,
the show on another device? No?
nope. No, only on this one.
Okay. All
Okay.
right, please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, Mr.
Evening.
Babatunde, and good evening, Mr. Ali. Um, Actually, the last guy already asked one of the questions I want to ask the Mr. Maker from Liverpool, but I didn't get the answer correctly from Mr. Babatunde about the insurance and hazards. Like if something happens, um, is the ROI still going to be covered by the insurance and you get a 30% interest back, or it depends on what happens and how the insurance deals with it. That's going to actually determine the interest you're going to get back. That's one of the questions that Mr. Babatunde didn't actually answer, uh, that I want to know. And the second one is about the land, that if you buy a land and after some years, can you resell it or sell it back to someone that might be interested in taking over it?
Okay.
Yes. So thank you so much for the question. The first part of the question, just for me to clarify once again, um, the insurance company doesn't cover the ROI on the investment. Basically, what insurance covers is the cost of cultivation. Because when you submit your paperwork to insurance, you have to let them know how much is the cost and all that, not exactly how much you're going to get or make from it. So they cover the cost. But aside from that, again, we guarantee that, and I say that because it's part of what we preach, that the cost of cultivation, which is invested on cultivating the crop, is going to be, no matter what happens to the acreage. We don't pray that anything happens. We don't plan for anything to happen, but we know that whatever the case may be, the money that is invested to cultivate on the land will not be lost. That's for sure. The second part of the question, which says if the land can be resold, yes, the land can be resold after a few years. My first instinct to say that, for instance, if you come to us, most likely we'll probably be the one. We'll probably buy it because we
Yeah.
care for our land. We like land a lot. We believe that land is the most scarce resource in the world. We can't make more land, so we hold our land dearly. So most likely we'll buy it back. But aside from that, we will list it. We'll resell it to somebody else that comes in. That wouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
And the land would have appreciated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. They
Thank you
answered
very
your
much.
question?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Awesome.
The only thing is just the Gary and the Dodo Kire, probably when it's going to be in Germany. And I would like to confirm that because I
Well,
normally know that Ijebu Gary is the best, like I heard. And now you say yours is the best. Well, I'd like to test that.
well, let me just read this by Olubunmi Arogumati. I love the Gary. Also, they were very helpful when I went back to them for the different investment options. I stressed them though, but they came through for me. Oh shit. This person is testifying to their Gary. Although AJ Jacob John is disagreeing. He says his mom's Gary tastes better. They should not get it over their head. But then he said that they're going to doing a good job. So when will your Gary get to Germany and your Dodoikiri?
Germany, we will begin working on that. We will begin working on Germany. It's
Please.
it's
I
in the
like
plan.
that you did not say, Germany is not on the radar right now. We are not. He said we
No,
will begin
no.
working on this one is a businessman.
If he can still order, like we said before, he can still place an order and we'll get it to you. So, but on the commercial scale, we'll
Oh,
try
they can still
our
place
best
an
in it.
order
Yes.
from Germany on your
Yeah,
website
yeah.
for
You can
Gary.
just contact. Yes, yes. We'll just but in the future, we'll try to reach out commercially to most of the European countries. But for now, you can just place an order and we'll work things out for you.
I just got a text from my uncle as we're doing this, and he says, just to remind people, that Gary Idera is believed to be the best in the world. I didn't say it.
No,
Anyways,
just to point that out, just to come in a little bit on that. Again, there's no competition. The sky is
amen
big. The sky is big enough for all the birds to
for
fly.
all of us.
But the reality is that when you talk about Gary and best Gary, they should begin when they begin producing it in large quantities. Then we will have that conversation.
Well, in the meantime, they should test Tunde Laniran or Gary first
Yes,
and
yes,
see.
Yes.
I hear you. All right, Mr. Happy, is that all the questions that you have?
That's all. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Thank you. I will let in someone else. So while I'm trying to let in someone else, Eddie K has this question in the comment section, and he says he has over 100 acres somewhere in Edo State. How can you help him in utilizing this land? Are you first of all interested in acquiring land in other parts of the country for your business? Also, when people have huge amounts of acres like this, are you able to help them manage it, or if they pay your company? Anyway, let's just see how you would answer his question.
Um, well, okay, to say I'm answering most of the farm questions. I'm more of the farmer. Uh, but yeah, to answer that, for now we are not managing other farms. For now, maybe it's something we might consider doing
How
in the
many
future.
acres do you guys have right now?
Currently, we have around 1,000.
Whoa.
Yes. So we have a lot on our hands also. So again, we like to plan. We plan a lot. Some people fault us for planning too much, but we maybe in the future we might be able to do that. And the other question about acquiring farmland in other areas, maybe like in other states, maybe in the future again we might explore that. The reason why we stick to our area where because again we come out there, we put ourselves in the public. It's not because we just want to be in the public. We know there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that. We also know that we need to um, be of our word, so we stick to areas that we can guarantee for now.
Okay.
So that's
Um,
why yeah.
just so you guys know, after this live show, please work on getting your Gary to different places and your WQ, even though we are focusing a lot on the farm and the investment opportunities. Because I have people like Olu, Kemi, Adeoshun asking, is your Gary in the UK? And even in the comment section, I'm seeing people asking when your Gary will be in Germany. All the African stores that we have. Oh, thank you, Guillermo. All the African stores, I love you too. The African stores that we have here in the diaspora, if you can work on getting your Gary to those places would be great, even though you are selling it on your website and on Amazon as well. You're working on Amazon. But also if people know that, oh, they can easily access to your packaging is great, by the way. If you can get
Okay.
your Gary to different African stores in different countries would also be greatly appreciated. So that's just a side note. I'm
Okay.
going to let in the next person, and his name is Absqui. I tried to let you in, but it says that your device is not connected. So please get your device connected. In the meantime, I'm letting in Blind Safety Guy. That's his name on here. Esa, please tell us your real name and where you're calling from and what your question is.
Hello, Adiola, and hello, Mr. Ali and Mr. Babatunde. My actual name is Dario Adenowo,
Hi,
and
hello, Mr.
I'm here in London, but I am also an Ijebu boy. Um, well, a lot of my questions have been answered. One of the ones I had was the one that was answered just now about being in a different state, more specifically in my case, Ijebu land. And I was going to ask about partnerships, but
Can you tilt your
also,
camera down, sir, so we can see
oh,
your
I'm
face? We
blind,
can
by the way.
hardly
Here's
see you.
my name.
Okay,
I can't
better.
see. Um, can you see it now?
Yes, yes, we see you now.
Yes.
Yes.
So, which would have been one of my questions as well, in terms of people who have disabilities, such as myself, being blind, what kind of support do you give those people? Can you give them? Because after all, you've got to be very inclusive. I would have thought, if it's one of your social responsibilities to communities. But moving on very quickly, what about being able to support someone like myself to lease out land I have access to? How can that work? And if I were to buy your Dodo Ikire in Lagos, if I had someone to pick it up, where can they do that from, please, to then bring it over to me here in England? And those are all my questions. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome.
Okay, I would.
Okay.
Only take if you want to take the first part or both.
For the product, we have an office in Victoria Island, but we do deliveries anyways to wherever location you want to in Lagos, and we will get you. You can
You
just
do deliveries
yes, within Lagos, yes.
within Lagos alone.
We can
Well,
deliver
we
outside
can
Lagos.
we can
Do you
deliver to
deliver within
you
Ibadan?
on
You guys, your factory is in Ibadan. Do you do deliveries in Ibadan?
Yeah,
we do
we can.
deliver within.
So right now you
I
don't,
mean,
but you will think about it, right?
I think what Ali is trying to emphasize there is that we our delivery, because
no,
we
we
have
do
an online
deliver
shop.
within Ibadan, and we do deliver in most of the.
I think we're the network. So
Okay, good.
can you guys hear? Okay, yeah. So I was saying that for because we have an
Hello?
online store. Ali, can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear
Yes,
you.
yes, I can hear you guys.
Okay, yeah. So I was saying that for the delivery, at least for the online, we have an online store that is focused now delivering in Lagos. But for those that
Yes.
want delivery outside Lagos or even outside Nigeria, they would need to, it's not, you can't place the order directly online. You need to contact us. We'd have to get you the rates for the
Delivery.
shipping fee and things like that to your location. Yeah, to your location. So, but for his question, like Ali was answering, it's if you want somebody to get it for him, they can order on our
On
website.
our website.
We also have it available in some supermarkets, Shoprite, some other supermarkets.
Your
Here and
daddy
there.
is in ShopRite. Hey, whoa, that just
Yeah,
increased the bride price of your guy.
yeah. Our gallery is quite in a number of places in Lake. Actually, that's part of the reasons why we've not done
Yes,
too much exports lately, because meeting Nigerian demand alone is a hassle.
it's quite high. Yes.
It's a
But
hassle.
we're working on expanding, anyways. We're working on expanding the factory, and hopefully, within a short period of time, we will be able to meet up with some of the demand in some of the regions of the globe. But for now, if anybody wants the guy within Lagos, he can either order on the website, or he can go to um, some of the stores like ShopRite, like Babatunde mentioned, and it will be available to them.
And to
Awesome.
ask and to respond to the first
And
question,
his other question about giving back,
yes,
especially
yeah, that,
remembering people that are differently able.
yeah. Well, I think I'll take that question my own way. I think Ali might have
Oh,
some
I
other
think
things.
Babatunde is off, right? Can you hear him?
He's off on Instagram, but we can hear him here. I'll
On
send
YouTube.
you another invitation on Instagram, sir.
Yeah, I think it's the phone. The phone is off on the Instagram phone is off.
Oh, the phone is off.
Yeah,
I should not send you another invitation, right?
yeah, the phone went off unfortunately. But to tackle the question about partnerships and how we would be able to give back, uh, I think it's a very interesting question, which I am very, very personally, I'm happy that the question came up. I wouldn't say that that we have a specific um, response for that now. Our parent company, for instance, has a foundation, which I think Ali will shed some more light on, where things that we try to give back. But going specifically to what he said about helping to lease land and all that type of stuff, we would explore those type of options in the future, I believe. But since we are hearing from him now, I think it's worth the consideration from the perspective he has brought it from. So we'll definitely look into that.
Yeah, I'll add a bit more to what Babatunde is saying. So currently, we are working on a foundation. To the idea behind the foundation is to, give back to, the company should try to give back to so many Nigerians that are in difficult situations. And part of the things we want to do in the foundation is to help the people in the health sector, and also to um, develop skill development for people, because we've noticed that a lot of Nigerians would go a long way with skill development so that they can also break into or compete in the industrial sector. There are a lot of I've worked in the industries for a long time, and some of these skills I'm talking about are basic skills that you notice some of the companies will rather bring a foreigner to take over a job that I believe every regular Nigerian or every regular African can do. So, and what we want to do is that we want to see if we can set up some few skill acquisition and skill development, so that a lot of Nigerians could also join the industrial sector. You don't have to wait for a job at home, but at least you can develop a skill that you can go out there and compete in the open market too. And also, like I said, the health sector as well.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Definitely giving back is a huge. Please, let me know whenever you guys are doing like an outreach, reaching out to people, doing a give back. Because that's one of the things that we try to promote on this show, that you don't have to be a politician to make a difference, and that if we regular Nigerians all make a difference, Nigeria will be better. Uh, Esa, did they answer all your questions? He
Okay.
gives you a thumbs up, so I think
Thank
you
you.
answered all his questions.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
thank you so much for joining us, sir. I'm going to let in someone else. And while I'm doing that, I just wanted to read, I want to read some of the comments on here. Someone wrote that they are in Austria, and they are saying, please don't forget Austria as well, because they usually go and buy their gari in Germany, but all the gari that they buy from African stores taste like sand. Okay, so please remember Austria as well. Also, Fatima is saying you should also train people on how to do this business. Actually, a number of people have asked at the beginning if they can train them, and they said, of course, why not? And Mr. Babatunde put up his email address. For those that missed that, because I put it in the comment section, his email address is b.laniran,
Olaniran with O.
sorry, b.olaniran at biilgroup.com. I already put that in the comment section earlier. Please go through the comments, you will see it. Also, someone is asking about how to contact you in Florida. Please send him an email if you are in Florida and you want to meet with him in Florida. Please send him an email, and then you guys can arrange how to meet up if he's able to. I'm hoping that he is. And before I read, someone is asking a question, but before I read it, there's a comment that I wanted to read, and now I'm not finding it. Basically, this person is saying to send him your gari, and then he will taste and get back to you to let you know whether it's the
We'll do
best
that.
or not. I don't know why I'm not finding that comment anymore. Um, but there's a question that I really want to read, um, and it's from someone that is asking how your company is different from. I think there's another company that had scammed people in farming, and they're asking how your company is different. But now I can't find that comment anymore. Please put it back in the comment section so that I can ask them. But the next person that I'm letting in, I'm going to kick out AbsQ, because I've asked several times, please connect your devices, because it's saying your devices are not connected. You're taking someone else's place and you're not asking any questions. So I'm sorry, my brother. I just kicked you out of the studio. But I have Abdul, and after Abdul, I have K Pinsky, and then Tunji. If anybody else has questions, we've been on this show for 1.5 hours. My fathers in the Lord, they told me earlier that they are a very busy set of people. It's not easy. So if you have questions, this is the time. And if you are in the studio, you have 30 seconds. Please go straight to the point. Tell us where you are. calling from, and what your question is. Mr. Abdul, you're live.
Hi, Head Adiola. Hi, Aliyu. Hi, Babatunde. I'm
Well,
calling from New York City, United States. So I actually have few questions. You know, I have been having this interest in agriculture, but because of the security challenges that Nigeria is facing, it's giving me a lot of pushback. So first of my question is, do you register with any government agency so that people could have more confidence on you? And my second question is, whenever you acquire any land, do you do any soil test to know if the crop is suitable for the land or not? Because I think that the productivity of land also contribute to the quality and the maybe quantity of the crop. So the last question is, what's your formula for your profit? How do you make your profit? And how do you intend to impact Nigeria, unemployment with this initiative? Probably by expanding or by actually training a lot of people. Just has to help. Not only because I believe that when expansion grow to some certain extent, it might be kind of difficult to kindly be effective in managing all the areas. So you definitely need to bring some people on board that have like-minded. These are my questions.
okay. Thank you so much. I think the first question about if we're registered with any government agencies, uh, well, the regular registration of companies, CAC, and those type of things, which is common to everyone. I think that's always the first step for every company, most companies
Okay.
anyway. Aside from that, for now, we're not registered with any agency, at least not anything focused on agriculture.
Okay.
We take care of all the things that we need to take care of when it comes to government regulations, taxations, uh, there's something I think of as employee schemes and pension schemes and everything that has to do with government regulations. We take care of that because we have a tax and audit team that works with us in house. We also have a legal team that works with us in house. So I'm not sure there's any other extra agencies that we need to register with that we are aware of now.
Okay.
The question of soil testing, yes, we do soil testing. As a matter of fact, um, you know, I don't know if I should be saying that here now, but we have a farm, a team that that works together with us. We manage our farm. We actually have something very interesting, a new sort of um, let me say breakthrough in cassava
Right. It's good.
uh, processing, but we'll share that to the public later on. But
Okay.
yes, we do soil testing, and I agree with you. It's very important in order to maximize the yield on the farm. Um, then you also asked about the formula. What's the formula for our profit? Um, I'm not exactly just. I would answer the question based on what I think I understand you're asking. Say maybe based. Or let me ask: are you saying formula for profit based on the farm investment, or
Yeah. Yeah, what I mean by that is when people invested, right? Let's say like maybe 1 million or something, you know, after the growing of the crop and everything, like how do you take out some certain percentage, like or something, in line of management, or whatever cost that
Or you
will
mean what's the
cost you
cost
for
of
managing
cassava?
that farm for the person.
yeah, I think yes, we do take a management fee of 20% uh,
Okay.
from the sale of the produce. So, but of course, that's the 20% is still before, or do I say after? Yeah. Anyways, the 31% return that the investor is going to get is excluded is after our 20% that we've taken as management fee. So when it
Oh,
comes,
okay,
yeah,
cool.
so when it comes to the farm investment, we do take 20% as management fee of the profit.
Right.
Um, then I think the last question was about expansion. You said how do we intend to expand and to make sure that the expansion is done rightfully enough at the level of creating the right type of value in the environment. And yes, we have plans. We have major plans. As a matter of fact, at the moment, we are expanding our factory. Earlier in the beginning of the show, cassava is a crop that you can get so many byproducts from. At the moment, also, we are working on again, it's an in-house project, but we are working on something in methanol, which
Okay.
hopefully will be put out to the public very soon. Although it's more of an industrial side of things. But
Mm,
yes, we currently we try to create as much employment as we can. We try to bring in people, both manual labor. We have contract staff. We have those that are with us full time, and not just helping them with the employment. We also try as much as possible to help people with their lives too. Yeah,
mm,
because also support them, those that want to better themselves, help them with better education
yeah,
programs and things like that. So we are very very much invested in people because there's no business without people, and
definitely,
one man cannot make an organization.
definitely.
Yeah, so that's that. I hope I answered the questions.
Yeah, pretty well. Thank you so much. Thank you for the contribution. And lastly, I'll be more happy, in every product that we made, to make sure that I didn't really know what nutrient Gary has, but I believe, with research and something, probably you could add some, it might be flavored. So if the right research was made or something, any nutrient that you feel like you could add to it that will make, probably people more healthy or gain some other nutrient from Gary, as because Gary has been the local food for a long years, and I don't think anybody has think of adding anything like a nutrient to it or something. But you guys could look up to that and try something out if probably it's gonna work. And yeah, just but thank you so much. That's all I have. Thank you so much. Thank you, Adiola, for
So
having me on your
You're
platform.
welcome up
And
to.
thank you, Aliyu.
thank you so much.
You're
All right.
welcome.
So
Yeah,
I
thank
have
you
a
very
number of
much.
questions from my end that I need to ask you. Thanks so much, Abdul. I'm going to let in someone else. Real quick, Augustine is asking what you would do differently from HO Coin, VestPay, and others that have failed to meet up with their promises. I'm guessing that these are companies. So I don't know if you can answer this like quick, because I have other ones as well.
Um, well, it's difficult to answer that question from the perspective of another company because we don't know what they did. So it's difficult for us to say this is what we're going to do differently. So, but what we know is that we keep to our words.
Okay.
We've This is something that we just didn't wake up to start the business. The business has gone way back than most people even would know. But most importantly, we are committed, and I'm not sure if there's much I can share about what we would do differently or not.
Fair
But
enough.
I
Someone in
think I
Kentucky,
think
go ahead.
I can add something to that. I think Babatunde, how many years have we been doing planting
I was going
or
to ask you
doing
guys,
this?
how long have you been in
So
business?
that they will know how consistent we've been before we came into the market to actually push this offer that we're offering people. So at least from there they would understand why we had the confidence to do this.
yeah, so
How
just
long
just
have you guys been in business?
yeah, just to put numbers to that, we've been planting at least we've been planting cassava now as a business for the past 6 7 years, if I'm not mistaken. But we've been planting cassava forever. I can say that we've been planting cassava. My grand my my grandfather was a farmer. We've been making our, personally, even at home growing up, we used to make our own gari. I don't think I consumed any other gari apart from our own gari that we made. So cassava has always been, it's been there. So again, we only do what we know how to do. I think that's just it.
And in the 6 7 years that you made this into a business, you have met all your uh, goals. You've been able to give people back 30%, 31%, I should say, in the 6 7 years.
So we've not had the investment package for 6 7 years, obviously. It will be, I think it won't be right for us to start a business and then start offering investment to people right on the go without understanding the risks and understanding what it entails to actually make that business profitable. So my investment package is something that has been ongoing for, let's say, about 2 years now. At least for now, we've not had any problems, any issues. And again, like I said, it's not about us saying, oh, it's 100% guarantee you're going to get X amount of money back. But with all the mitigating factors that we've put together, we know that your investment is guaranteed, and then the return also is going to come. Hopefully, everything goes well. And to
Awesome.
add, so just to add quickly to that, it's I think the concept of the farm investment and farm management, I think, is very good for me to point out that it's not about maybe making extra money by people coming in and things like that. It's about us trying to create an ecosystem around what we are trying to do. We have so many projects, like I was saying earlier, we have the plan for the industry, methanol and things, and we need multiple acres of land, 10,000, 20,000 acres of land. So if we can bring people into this ecosystem to benefit from what we are doing by means of us managing the land and all that, the more value we believe that the more value we create, the better for us also. So that's behind it.
Okay. Someone is asking from Kentucky how they can be a distributor. If someone is interested in being a distributor for your Gary, for your Kiri, what do they need to do?
You can email, if you want to be a distributor, you can just send an email to sales@tundelaniranfarms.com. And
Sales.
yes, sales@tundelaniranfarms.com. And it's not a tedious, it's not like it's a big process or anything like that. So once they reach out, somebody will attend to them and tell them all that is required, and they can go from there.
So you said sales at Tunde Laniran Processing.
No, sales@tundelaniranfarms.com.
I just put that in the email. If anyone wants to be a distributor, please send them an email at sales@tundelaniranfarms.com. And the next question is from Movi, and he's saying that, do you guys do poultry and animal farming as well, or is it just cassava?
Just cassava.
Just cassava.
Just cassava. That was quick and easy. And Olubenga Anubi is asking, is the land purchase outright or is it a lease? If it's outright, would someone get a certificate of ownership for the land, a CFO?
When the CFO is certificate of occupancy, yeah, if you buy the land outrightly, you're going to get from us, of course, the land purchase agreement and the land survey documents. If you need to get your certificate of occupancy, or you need to get your governor's consent, as some more people call it, both documents are almost the same, anyways. We can also help you with getting all that. We have a company surveyor that is dedicated, and all those things won't be a problem.
Okay. The last person that I have, thank God Almighty, the last person that I have on the live show, I just let them in. Their name is K Pinsky. K Pinsky, you're live. If you can please turn on your video camera and tell us where you're calling from and what your question is.
I'm in London. Just listening, I've heard most of the questions I would have asked anyway. So
okay. But where are you joining us from?
I'm in London.
London. Wonderful.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you too. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
I was a bit curious about the other byproduct, not just the Gary, the methanol, or was it ethanol? What kind of volumes can you do on that one?
Can you? I didn't. You said what kind of volumes? I didn't hear that. Sorry.
Yeah, what kind of volumes? As in, you're already processing that, I mean.
No, not at all. We're not processing methanol yet. It's something we have in the pipeline, but we've not started processing.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I have the email. Any other questions I have, it won't be suitable to just do it like
All
this.
right. Thank you so much. And
Yeah, thank you.
all
Thank
right, have a
you.
good one. So I'm just going to read more comments in the comment section. I mean more questions in the comment section. And this is from Prince ID, and he's asking if you use fertilizers or organic manures on your farms and how you deal with insecurity after harvest of the crops. We've talked about insecurity several times, my brother. Maybe you need to rewind, but this is his question. Please go ahead.
Well, okay, fertilizers. Yes, we do apply fertilizers. Um, we also have a technique which I don't think a lot of people use those techniques, but we let me say we nurse the stems before we plant them. So there's a way you can nurse your cassava. Anyways, these are information I should be getting paid to drop.
To share.
Yeah, so there's techniques where you can actually apply chemicals to the stems that are going to plant. You know, a lot of people don't go through those techniques, but those types of things help you to reduce or even eradicate you having any type of pests, affecting your crop. So there's little things here and there that we put in place that we also still plan to keep putting in place that gives us the level of guarantee that we say. So, well, yes, we do add fertilizers. That's correct.
Okay. And real quick, is there a limit to the number of investments in order to avoid oversubscription?
Yes, there's a limit to the subscription of the investments. For instance, for those who maybe want to go into the slots as an example, the last time we had 200 slots available that is out. A number of people are subscribed into that here and there. But aside from that, there's also a time frame because these subscriptions also have to come in within the planting season.
Season.
Yeah, planting season, which is usually between let's say October, April, something like that. So yeah, there's a limit to that. That's
I need to remind people about that on the show before, before that season passes. Just in case anybody is thinking about it and they're procrastinating, if you're interested, you have to do it now. And real quick, Caroline Michael is asking if your QA is in Canada. Somebody's device is echoing.
Are you, oh,
Okay, I
that's
think I need to.
maybe the volume.
I don't think it's mine.
Getting loud.
I already lowered my. I muted my computer. So
Sounds like it's
is it mine? No.
I don't know, but do you have your degree in Canada?
not yet.
It's really echoing. You just need to mute either the phone or the laptop.
I've already muted the computer. The laptop, yes.
On my side is just my laptop
Probably I should
on.
mute the phone.
Maybe, yes. It's gone now. All right. So do you have your degree in Canada?
Not yet. The Nigerian demand is holding them, but very soon we have plans for all those areas because there's a lot of Nigerians there.
Yeah. Anyway, Oluwa Benison is asking about your rate in Naira. I think this is on the
Otherwise,
website.
it's like we said, if you want it at least in a high quantity, we can deliver it to you. I think.
Okay. And the person asking in Naira, I think they have that on the website.
Yes.
Okay. And Godwin is watching from Ghana. Thank you very much. Africa Confidential says if your Dodo Ikire gets to Florida, then it becomes Dodo Florida, no more. Anyway, so I think that I went through a lot of the questions. Um, Someone said that they went on their on your website, and they wanted you to expatiate on group management, that they were trying to see the body that manages your company. They were not seeing much on that website, but you do have a parent company, right? So maybe
That's
that's what
they're asking about. Yeah, so the website, if they want to check out the website, it's just www.billgroup.com. Yeah, so they would see if some information about the farm on there. Also, they'll see some information about our logistics business. They'll see some information about our automobile business and some other things that we do.
So www.biil group.
Yes, that's correct.
That's the name of the apparent company. If you feel like you're not seeing enough information on their website, the Tunde Laniran Farms, please go on their business, on their parent company's website. And real quick, Olubome is testifying that they learned about you guys, and that you've been very helpful, and that there are folks in Nigeria love your Gary, and they are hoping that your Gary will be available in the UK someday.
Very soon. Thank you so much.
So I
Thank
have
you,
one last question.
Olubumi.
You guys' story inspire me a lot. It inspires me a lot. That's one of the reasons why I had you on the show today. And I'm surprised a lot of people did not get that, even though I mentioned it briefly on the show. Mr. Uncle Tunde, you said you're 33, and Uncle Aliyu is 30. Me,
Yes.
I just want to know how I can also make it in life. You know how the fact that you guys, you've been so successful, and by this age is just a number, I know, but I just want you guys to speak briefly to us young people, especially about diversifying, not just, I mean, education is great, you should definitely, you both even studied abroad, but beyond that, in terms of looking outward and diversifying in order to be successful, do you mind just saying something about that? And that would be the last thing that we will talk about. Thank you.
Aliyu.
I think about okay. Okay, let me start then. Well, it's the same thing we already said earlier. Uh, it's I will say that there is a lot of challenges. I won't say there isn't. But I and Babatunde have we've, we studied abroad, but we came back because there's a lot of things we've learned abroad, and I believe we came back so that we can give something back, to the Nigerian economy or Nigeria in itself. And
I think the echo is still there.
yeah, I think it's my other phone. So, and we it wasn't perfect. We kept trying, and we never gave up. We had our challenging times. I won't say it's not challenging, but we had our challenging times, and we were able to implement what we've learned, the experience we've had, and correct some of these mistakes. And I would say a lot of youths sometimes do try, but they end up giving up at the point in time. And sometimes you just have to find a way. Everything you do, there's a challenge, and you just have to find a way around it. And you have to have passion for what you do, because passion is very important. If you don't have passion, and then you might get discouraged at an early stage. And yeah, there's a lot of things that you just have to keep trying, and you never know what you have passion for. And of course, you meet different people. I believe You meet a lot of people. Networking is very important. Nigerians, we are fond of not, trying other locations. We are fond of doing business in one location that we are very aware of. Like for me, I'm from the north, and nobody could have ever thought I would just come to Ibadan, and but sometimes you just have to explore, and you just have to try other places. You never know where your success will come from. All these kind of things are very important. So, but I don't know if there's any other thing I need to add. For now, I think I'll just leave it.
So don't limit yourself to any geographical. If it doesn't work somewhere, first of all, don't give up. Try again. You may need to relocate and try elsewhere, but you can succeed in Nigeria, right?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Yeah, trust me, I've done so many businesses and I failed. But like I said, you never give up. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would I'll take the question more from a personal development perspective, because my personal belief, and I think my own personal philosophy, is that everything starts from the inside. It has to be, you have to believe it from the inside. It's, we focus too much on what's happening outside. We focus too much on how the government, how the economy, how our relatives affect us. But these are like the not much stuff, because even if the government gets better tomorrow, even if the economy gets better, even if your negative relatives get better, how much is it going to really change your life? Or how much is really going to matter in the real sense of it? So I think, for younger people like ourselves, I think people need to take a chance. The people need to go for what they want to go for. Some people will say, "Oh, what if I get broke?" But what if you get rich? Some people will say, what if something bad happens? What if something good happens?" So there's always two sides to everything. So, but lastly, I would say that at least for me, I think younger people like us, we need to start be like a sponge, really. Absorb as much information as we can, like a sponge. And I think goal setting. Again, I'm not I'm not a motivational person, but I'm just saying some of the things that have worked for me personally. I write everything down. I think goal setting is very, very important. People need to be able to set goals and be able to plan how they can achieve their goals. And lastly, I would say, communication, because a lot of people are lazy about communication, and words are powerful. Language is everything. You have to conduct those meetings. You have to, and it's what you say that people really would take before they eventually get to know you more. So those would be my takes for as sort of advice, if I would say.
Wow, thank you so much. That's inspiring. First of all, to never give up. You have tried different businesses that did not succeed, but you didn't give up, and um, today you're successful. Also, you talked about moving from the north. Now you are a farmer in uh, in Ibadan,
West.
in the west side, western part of the country. And Mr. Abazunde talked at length about setting goals and becoming a sponge, taking on the information that you can. I will say real quick before I let you go that someone, Adebayo Oluwadari, is asking how your Gary will get to Guinea Conakry. And the reason I'm reading this comment is so you know that you're not just focusing on Canada, Germany, Austria, and all those fancy places. Africans, the rest of Africa as well. You need to think globally now. This is a global era. And my very last question, someone is asking here. Let me read their question. Please ask the guy if he's related to Dangote. Why is he bearing same name with Dangote? I was hoping we would escape this question. We've come to the end. But somebody has to ask. Esa, Mr. Adeju, are you a Dangote person, or I mean your name is Dangote, so
Yes. Well, there are
right?
not much people.
A lot
There
of
are not
people.
much people. I don't think there's anybody that has the name that is not from the family. So, well, Alhaji Aliko is my uncle, so he is my dad's younger brother. So, but I am from the family, anyways.
Uh-oh, we are talking with possible billionaires. Yeah, you guys, you need all of you that are doubting whether or not their farm will give you 30% return on your investment. This is the biggest insurance. Forget about the insurance that they talked about. You know, our uncle is Alaji Aliko Dangote. If your farm doesn't do it, we can just knock on your uncle's door and be like, hey, this
Trust,
farm failed.
trust me, my uncle will not look at me when I am, you know.
No, but we spoke about this before, actually, before the show, and I asked him. But I think one of the things that also inspires me is the fact that even though he's a nephew to Alaji Dangote, he's pathing his own, he's treading his own path, and he's, working on being successful on his own. He's not waiting for any uncle to send him
Yes.
money or something, which I think is one of the problems that we have in Nigeria. Well, I'm not saying Nigeria, but a lot of people, if they rely too much on, oh, I have this rich uncle or rich aunt, thinking and expecting. In fact, some people have a sense of entitlement, expecting them to give you what they have. So, but that's another thing that I admire about Mr. Aliyu is the fact that, like he said, he's dabbled into other businesses that failed, and he didn't give up. He's not waiting on his uncle to send him money. Anyway, do you both have anything else you want to say before I round this up? Because that's all the questions that I'm asking.
Ali, you want to talk about maybe a parent company a little bit?
Yes, please. Thank you, Kofi.
Okay. So, well, Tunde Laniran Farms is one aspect of what we do. We do have a parent company, Black Blood Investment Limited, Integrated Investment Limited. I think Adiola has shared that in the group or in the chat. And under that, we have a lot of subsidiaries like the logistics company. We have a haulage company where we have a lot of trucks that move a lot of items. We work with a lot of companies like Lacasera, even Dangote as well, Dangote Fertilizer, Dangote Nascon, and other Olam. Olam is a flour company. All these companies, we do provide services to them through this haulage company. And also in that company, we also welcome investment. And also we have an automobile company where it's called Sirma Marshall. So it's also in the group. It's also in the parent company. You can access it through the parent company website. And through that, we also give offers on car investment. People that want to get cars and they cannot afford to buy it at once. So we help them create a payment plan as long as they have financial stable finances. We will be more than happy to support them to get a vehicle of their choice, whether it's in Nigeria, whether it's in abroad, wherever location you want, or if you have any preference, we can help you do that. Aside that, I think, Babatunde, is there anything I'm missing? Is there any other company?
Not at all. Not at all. I think it's
the
farm is the last one I'm talking about the farm.
Sorry?
So the farm is the other one talking about the farm.
And I know Babatunde has mentioned a bit of the methanol. So, Gary, like one of the reasons why Babatunde said methanol is a crop of gold is that, funny enough, Gary has a lot of energy content which could be converted into methane. And methane from methane you can get methanol. And methanol, biomethanol is an energy, is a let's say a liquid, or should I say like PMS, basically like petrol. It works with combustion engines and also gives out clean energy. Biomethanol, I'm sure a lot of people have heard about it. It's what the world is currently planning to go into, to give cleaner energy and reduce the carbon footprint on the globe. And funny enough, cassava is one of these crops that will help people to get this product, and hopefully in the future, we will want to move into that. These are things that we're looking at in the future. We want to push the Nigerian industrial sector so that, I have no reason why I cannot think of any reason why Nigeria should not compete on the global scale, and on industries. After all, we have so many resources, which I believe, or I will encourage a lot of the youths, try to tap into some of these resources, do a lot of research. You can never know what any of these crops or any of the land or whatever you can use to make something big, because there's a lot of things in Nigeria that people never investigate, they never explore, and there's a lot of opportunities. And I will really encourage a lot of Nigerians, do a lot of research. It's not impossible. You do a lot of research, you find out geographically there are a lot of things that Nigeria has to offer, and it will really, help the country where you are from. It try to erase the poverty rate, in Africa generally. This through industries, it will reduce a lot of things. A lot of issues we're having in Nigeria through industries. We can all help each other. That's all I have to say. I think. I don't know if Babatunde has something to add.
Let's add one more. Just one thing quickly. I know because people will have it on their mind and say, oh, maybe you have access to maybe some resources. That's why you're able to do what you're doing and things like that.
Especially knowing that if somebody is related to Alaji Dangote. Thank you for
And
answering that.
that's just why I put that up. Well, and it's not like that. And I think I need to put it out there, just as general information that what we need. I'm not saying money is not important. Money is definitely important. We can't run it. But what we just need is a little bit of money and a lot of ambition. That's what we need. A little money and a huge ambition, and anything is possible.
Wonderful.
Trust me. Me and Babs, we've had to look for so much money from different sources. We didn't get this money easily too. I know a lot of people would think we just got it easily. It was a hand down, but it wasn't. We had to prepare a lot of papers, a lot of research, before, an investor will invest in you only when you have something on ground. They will only look at before they will invest in anything. They will look at how safe it is, what they can get back, so many things before anybody will give you his money. But you have to do a lot of research to get that. So
Wow. Thanks for clarifying that, by the way, that even though you are related to Alaji, you still had to source for your own capital. You had to source for your own money to invest. I just want to say real quick for viewers that when we were talking about this, Mr. Laniran asked me how long this will go for. And I said it can go beyond an hour. He's like, okay, that I can do, maybe an hour, but don't let it go beyond an hour. Mr. Laniran, do you know how long we've been live? It's been 2 hours.
It's been amazing. It's been fun.
But that's exactly why I said it. You don't even feel like it's been 2 hours because you're engaged. People are asking you questions and you're answering, which I believe is one of the reasons why Olayinka Abayomi says kudos to Tunde and Ali, you both are brains. People have really enjoyed this program, and as a matter of fact, someone from Ghana put in there that they've really enjoyed the program, and then they think they can oppress me by telling me that they're
jollof
either
rice.
they're Ghanaian jollof rice after this program, or they're telling me to find jollof rice or whatever. Don't worry, I make my own jollof rice. Someday you will taste. In fact, I need to start selling my own Adolas jollof rice. Anyway, so I want to thank
Abi.
I
Thank you so
want to
much.
thank both of you for being so patient, even though it went beyond your 1 hour goal. It doubled. Thank you for being patient, and thank you for sharing about your experience going into this. I think another time, if I'm able to have you guys on the show, it would be good if you share some of the challenges that you have faced since you started this business, because sometimes people think everything is rosy, but then in fact I've seen comments from some people saying, oh, there must be scammers and so on. if people don't know what you've had to deal with, the challenges that you overcame and stuff like that, sometimes they don't know that they can trust this person. It's already 2 hours. Otherwise, I would say maybe in 1 minute if you can share some of the challenges. But it's already 2 hours, unless you want to. Um, but that's the only one thing that I feel bad that we didn't touch today.
Okay. Challenges. Yeah, I think we can take that quickly.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Please go
just
ahead.
just high level. Um, I think at least from my own experience, challenges, especially doing business in Nigeria. I think unfortunately we have to talk about the people. Um, there's very good people in Nigeria, but it's I don't know. Maybe people have very different philosophies and different ways of seeing things. It's not exactly easy to find the right types of people to work with. In our business, if I take um, that into business, for instance, I'll use the farm as an example. There were times when we initially started and we did a number of things manually, like the computer, for instance, they had to peel them manually then and all that. And you can have 30 people that are there doing that in that section of the job. They come today, the next day you've made your own plans that they're going to come, we're going to achieve this. The next day only 15 people show up. People just come to work when they just need a little bit of money, and then when they get that small money they go and rest again until they need a little bit of money. So these are people challenges. Issue of trust is also there, which I think over time, I think this ties into what Ali also said earlier about persistency. I think that over time we've been able to find more people that can buy into the vision, because setting up a business really is not just about what you tell people, come and make profit and come and do this or come and make some money. I think the best way to go about it is to get people to buy into the vision, whether it is your staff, whether it is your team, whether whoever is going to work with you. So that's, I think, is one of the major challenges. People, the trust issues, um, the other challenges. But me personally, I don't see. People can we can talk about this all day. Some people will say bad roads. Some people will say
No
government
light.
policy. Some people say no lights. Some people, but for us, our own personal philosophy is that we already know those are the things that are in Nigeria. So we don't bother. It's like blaming the rain, blaming the sunshine. That's all you got. So when you blame the only thing you have, then there's no point. So we don't really take those as challenges, although they are, but we always find ways to maneuver them. So that would be my take on some of the challenges. But there's more to that if we want to. That's like a topic
Like
for
your
another.
factories, for example, you have to ensure there's electricity to produce the
Of course,
gari.
of
The
course.
production must keep going whether there's
Yeah.
light or not. That's a challenge.
Yes, but we plan that into our plan that into our costs. Try to put a reasonable markup on the product. Again, it's a lot of calculation goes into these. A lot of planning goes into these. I'm sure if some people see my computer and Excel sheets, they'll be like, "Are you serious?" So, but these are the things that you need to do, and we try as much as possible to do what we need to do.
Mr. Ali, you do you want to say anything?
Well, there's nothing much to say, but Babatunde has basically touched on almost everything. But like he said, Nigeria is a country where it's not easy to do business, and it's not easy for us. We're like any other company. We face a lot of these same challenges. People, all some of the people we get, they might not want to work, and we do. We've done it for a while, where we will be able to get people that want to work, but you also have to retain them, because there are a lot of competitors out there that also want the same people. So all these kind of things are the challenges, and also inflation rates in Nigeria, the economy, the instability, all these things are, a lot of challenges that we need to overcome over the years. But it hasn't been easy, but hopefully, even to source for funding. one of the biggest challenges is to source for funding. You know, you might be doing this, and you might reach a point where you will need to expand, and you know, it becomes a big issue. You know, even the startup funding for startup, all these kind of things are challenges. But you know, like he said, you know, it's not easy, but hopefully we're able to overcome these challenges, and we're here today. So, but I think I think that these are some of the things I will just mention because of time. But if I'm to mention the challenges, we will spend the whole day probably talking about challenges here. Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for not giving up despite the challenges. Thank you so much. And for those who are not familiar with what they do, I have talked about them several times on the show, on my show, because I still see some people asking those questions. Please look in the comments section. I put in their website, and then I also put in the website of their parent company. That is BIIL group.com. So I put that in as well. So that's how you can find out more about them. And so I really want to thank everybody that joined us for this show. And I want to thank everybody that asked questions as well. I'm so grateful to you guys for making the time. And as we round this up, hopefully it works. But as we round it up, I'm gonna play a video that I made about
about this ad, because apart from
sorry, I'm going to play it, and then that will be the last thing. And then Mr. Aliyu, Mr. Dangote, I will still have you guys in the studio. Don't log out yet, although I will stop streaming. For those that are not familiar, let me play their video real quick.
From the fact that they paid me to tell you guys about their company, I'm so excited because Tunde Laniran Farms has donated 100 packs of gari for us to distribute to the needy during this time of Christmas. Ooh, Father, but Tunde, Uncle Tunde Laniran, you're that funyo. Now, when I have family members coming from Nigeria to visit me here in the America, one of the things that I ask for is gari Tunde Laniran. Then, because their gari is a special gari, and I'm not just talking about their packaging, even though their packaging is number one. Then, when it comes to packaging gari, I'm serious. I mean, you guys see how fancy the packaging is. But you know, apart from that, their gari tastes better than any other gari, and it has no dirt, which means you can just soak it like that and start eating. But the reason I'm telling you about them today is because they've gone beyond just making gari. Ha! But Tunde, you're that funny. In case you're watching, Uncle. For those of you that don't know Uncle Tunde here, the man used to live in California, where he was doing well for himself. But when he saw the prospect that gari can bring, Jesus is Lord. That was how he moved back to Nigeria. Today, he now shuttles between Nigeria and California. So, so like I was saying, but it's not just gari. Yes, gari is on their website. Guess what? You can now buy farmlands from them, which his company will now be renting from you to cultivate gari. Sure, you understand? And you don't have to pay everything up front. You can pay 60, 40, 40, 60. You can work out payment plan with them. So every year, once a year, no, just once a year, they will now give you 31% return on your investment. Are you feeling me? Are you understanding what I'm saying? Baba, me, I already have a gari farm. They will be paying me 31% return on my investment once a year. No be so. They have lands in Osun State. They have lands in Oyo State. And when you look at the prices of their lands, depending on location, but some of them are so cheap, I think it's ridiculous. Don't forget that the value of your land will continue to appreciate every year, even though they are still renting it from you, giving you 31% return every single year. I said, there's no way you can lose in that kind of investment. Another option, if you don't want to buy land, you can just buy a cassava investment package. Every year you will be earning 10 to 11% return on your investment. Once a year, every 12 months, This investment package is 1 million naira, about $2,450 per slot. And they only have 200 slots available. So it's first come, first serve. Please don't say I did not tell you during this time of Christmas. So if anybody is interested, please fill the registration forms. It's on their website. The registration form for farm management investment or cassava investment package. I'm telling you two different options. You can buy land, you can buy cassava package. You will find all this on their website. You can just download the forms online and send the completed forms to this email address, farminvestment@tundelaniran. Also, don't forget to follow them on Instagram for details on their products. And whatever you want, you can buy it on their website. You can just order on their website. You will get it. Call it, remind me to call Uncle Tunde because I'm here to get my dodo ikire. What's that about? Like, seriously, what Kanfa? Uncle Tunde, what is happening? Now. You see, me, I don't joke with healthy snacks, okay? So what's Kanfa? Uncle Tunde? No, we need to talk after the service. Some of you, like I said, you don't even know what dodo ikire is. Oh, God, I can't help you. Just make sure that you check them out.
Welcome to Tunde Laniran Farms Limited.
Thank you so much. For some reason, watching that was like, what? This girl is talking a lot. Like, I don't know who she is. She was just like, slow down, take a deep breath or something. I don't know. It's really weird watching her like that. I'll call her so I can advise her, talk to her. So thank you guys.
Thank you so much, Adiola. I don't know what to say, but it's a brilliant work of art. I think what you do is amazing, and I think I have to just push that out there.
I'm a very shy person.
But it's the truth.
You're making my head swear.
Yeah, and the commitment, we can see the commitment, we can see the persistence, and we know it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better.
Thank you. All right, that's it. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. And please contact them on their website if you're interested. Email them. They've given out their email. If you didn't see it, then scroll down in the comment section. You will see it. This video will be on YouTube after we're done. So if you missed the beginning, you can go back and you can watch whatever you missed. Thank you so much to my guest. I'm grateful that you decided to honor this invitation and that you answered people's questions. God bless you. Thank you so much. Uncle Tunde, my little Ikire, do not forget. Mr. Aliyu, our regards to Uncle Aliyu. I mean, Uncle Dangote. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us from different parts of the world. Until next time, I will see you all later. Have a good one. Peace out. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yes, stay. Bye, Instagram. Bye.